Hey Bricks, it's Brickley here, and welcome to the first episode of my brand new series, Middle Earth MOCs, in which I'm going to show you LEGO The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit MOCs, because the LEGO Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit themes deserve a lot more attention on YouTube. And that is why I'm going to show you LEGO The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit themed MOCs on Instagram or even Flickr. There's a lot of websites out there with some awesome LEGO The Lord of the Rings MOCs, and I definitely think that all of you should be able to enjoy them on the big screen over here. So I'm really hyped for this series, and I'm definitely going to put a lot of effort into searching for the MOCs, and I've done so already because you're watching the first episode of Middle Earth MOCs already. So if you are enjoying my LEGO The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit content, of course make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video to support this series. Go subscribe to Brickley if you are new to my channel, and of course ring that notification bell to stay updated on when I post a Middle Earth MOCs video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the first MOC. The first MOC we're going to take a look at takes place in the Return of the King movie from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and this is the UCS collection Minas Morgul made by LegoMocLoc, including 14,091 pieces. That's a lot of pieces used for this huge Minas Morgul build. And as you can see, the build is huge. You got the outer walls and of course the Eatil Tower in the middle, so that's really epic. So this MOC actually exists out of 4 parts. We got the Eatil Tower, including 3,564 pieces, with the huge tower and a lot of round detail that went into the tower. Of course, we got those spikes over here on the walls and a little gate over here in the middle, as you can see, with some windows next to it, which really looks epic. The second part of this MOC is the Orc Mansion, existing out of 988 pieces, with of course all of those nice details on the top. You can see those huge spikes with a lot of those smaller spikes, which are definitely a great addition of detail on top. And then we got the nice well designed Orc Mansion over here on the bottom with those windows and a couple of sand green pieces used as well. And I believe that that rock work over there on the bottom is really looking epic. You can see a lot of detailing that went into this entire MOC. The third part of the Minas Morgul UCS collection set over here is actually the prison, and this exists out of 1,185 pieces, with again a lot of similarity to the Orc Mansion, as you can see over here, but it is a little larger, and of course in addition to that you have those spikes on top again, which really makes this look like a nice MOC. And then finally, we got the biggest part of this MOC, which is the Gates of the Citadel part 4 of 4, including 8,349 pieces. You can see the gates, the outer walls, of course the walkway leading up to the gates, and then we got those huge spikes, which you could see in the movie, which is absolutely looking stunning. So I'm definitely astonished by how this MOC is looking so far. And if we're going to take a look at the entire MOC over here, you can see it is huge. These are all the pieces combined into the huge MOC. The interior exists out of a lot of parts. Over here on the far right, we got the prison with some prison cells on the bottom and a little weapon stash over here on the top. Then over here on the far left, we got the Orc Mansion with some weaponry, as you can see over here, which is absolutely looking fantastic, with also a couple of those sand green pieces used in the walls. And I believe this is a palantir over here in this little room over here, as you can see. That's also quite amazing to see. And in addition to that, over here we got a view of the front of Minas Morgul with the Nazgul riding out on their horses. This is actually a scene from the Fellowship of the Ring movie, which is quite amazing. And then over here we got the overview of Minas Morgul. You can see the Nazgul over here riding out, and then on the top we got the Witch King of Angmar on his fell beast just flying out, and of course the entire overview of the Minas Morgul fortress over here, which is definitely looking amazing from this point of view. And here is the side angle of Minas Morgul, and I believe that this is really great. You can see a lot of epic angles over here, from of course from the spikes, and then you can see a lot of rock work on the sides as well, which you can actually connect to a mountain, so that would also look pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, this is LegoMocLoc's Minas Morgul, and I definitely think that he put a lot of epic work into designing this Minas Morgul fortress, and I believe he is the only one who's ever designed a Lego Minas Morgul, so he definitely did a great job. If you are looking to get the instructions for this huge Minas Morgul build, you can actually get them on LegoMocLoc's Rebrickable page. The link is in the description down below. The next MOC we're going to take a look at is the Prancing Pony MOC by Erockbrick from the Fellowship of the Ring movie. You can see the Prancing Pony in its full glory, with a lot of detailing on the front over here, as you can see, with those nicely detailed windows. We get some arches, and then on top of that, a lot of detailing with those wooden sort of printed pieces on the front near the windows, as you can see, which is definitely looking amazing. And if we're going to take a look at the Prancing Pony from another angle, you can see that this is actually the Prancing Pony folded up, so you can see a lot of detailing on the Prancing Pony, which is definitely looking amazing. We got some chimneys on the top, which actually continue from the bottom to the upper part, and of course we got those stairs over there with some nice firewood underneath and a little axe. We get some carrots over here in the little garden, which is a lot of detail added to the Prancing Pony. And of course the sign of the Prancing Pony is also added to the MOC, which adds a lot of level of detail to this huge MOC. And of course this MOC also includes a lot of interior. As you can see over here, this is the entirety of the interior of the Prancing Pony, with a lot of beds actually. That is the first thing I saw. A lot of beds, which definitely looks amazing. You can see we got the Prancing Pony interior over here. We got the inn on the bottom floor with some tables and such where you can pose up your hobbits, just drinking ale and such. And of course have Aragorn sit in the corner looking weirdly at Frodo. That would also be quite a nice scene to set up with this Prancing Pony MOC. In addition to that, the attic has a lot of detail as well. As you can see over here, we got a little spider web on the far right. We got some other stuff in the attic, so that definitely looks great. We got a blue bed, green bed, and of course, in addition to that, the little room where Aragorn is actually interrogating Frodo. So that is a nice added detail to the Prancing Pony MOC over here. And of course we get the chair where Aragorn is actually sitting, watching out of the window where he can see the Nazgul, checking if the beds are filled with hobbits. Sort of, nice way to say what they were doing. And this is the attic. As you can see, the parts of the roof are actually removable. This sort of makes me think of the Lego Simpsons set from back in the day. And I think it really looks great over here. As you can see, we got Frodo with some maps, and I think it would definitely be great if Lego made some printed pieces with the map of Middle-earth, of course, with Mordor over here. As you can see, Frodo is holding the map of Mordor, so that definitely looks great. Over here we got the scene where the Nazgul is actually stabbing the bed with, of course, that huge pillow in the center. And in my opinion, the designer really took the design of the bed to a next level, with a lot of effort put into the beds, as you can see over here. So I think it really looks great. Also, in addition to that, we have a little candle over here in the middle of the two beds, which really looks superb. So the Prancing Pony MOC by Erockbrick is definitely a superb MOC with a high level of detail, and if you want to see this MOC become a real LEGO set, You can of course support it on LEGO Ideas. It already has over 3,000 supporters, and I highly suggest you go and support it. So the link is in the description down below. Next up, we're gonna take a look at the Chamber of Minas Morgul, made by Joel Conley, and this is also known as Balin's Tomb, and LEGO actually created this as the Mines of Moria set, with of course the grave of Balin, the gate, and over here on the far left we got that little wall piece with the pillars. And this is actually a superb mock of this. Even though the set has been made, it is always nice to see a mock with a high level of detail of the Chamber of Minas Morgul. So first up, we're going to take a look at the gate over here on the far right. We got the little writing over here on the top of the gate with the original gate of the set used. That is always nice to see that, well, LEGO mock makers use parts of sets within their mocks to sort of will capture a bit of the original set. Over here we got the huge pillars on either side of the mock with, of course, over here, as you can see on the far right of the gate, we get some sort of sticker over here with some sort of cobweb from the original set, and over here on the left as well with a lot of detailing on those little wall pieces or sort of pillars on the sides of the gate as well. You can really set up a lot of epic scenes with this mock, so it definitely looks great in my opinion. And then over here in the middle, we got the entire Fellowship of the Ring with Gimli standing on top of Balin's grave, and there's actually some light shining through on Balin's grave, and this is actually shining through a little window, as you can see over here above the well. That's quite a nice detail, the window with some light shining through. That's really epic that you thought of that, Joel, because you could see that in the Fellowship of the Ring movie. That was actually one of the first things you saw when the Fellowship of the Ring actually entered Balin's tomb, of course. And over here on the, well, the far in the far back of the mock, we got the wall with all of those pillars. On the top we got a little cobweb over there, which is a nice detail to showcase that this room has really been, well, a void for a long time, with of course all of those skeletons. And over here in the back we got some of those little corridors over here. We got a little chest and a lot of detailing with those stickers from the original LEGO Mines of Moria set in addition to that as well. And over here on the far left we get another brick with that writing over here. As you can see, that really looks epic, and then a lot of detailing on those pillars as well, which really looks great, with a sort of, well, detailing going into the ceiling of the tomb, which sort of makes it look like it's really supporting the ceiling of the Chamber of Minas Morgul. And then over here, a funny detail, as you can see with the skeletons, we actually got, I believe it is a Lego Ninjago skeleton head over here on the right with those red eyes, so that is quite a nice detail. And then over here is the entire overview of the Chamber of Minas Morgul. You can take a better look at the back wall over here with those pillars, which definitely looks great with all of those details, and a couple of actually, well, loose pieces laying around to sort of, will resemble debris within the room. And I don't know what those sort of white pieces near the actual tomb of Balin are supposed to simulate. Maybe some bones or something. I mean, those 1x2 tiles. But if anyone knows, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm quite curious on why, well, the designer used this for his mock. And then another nice part of the gate over here is actually that the gate is sort of, well, damaged over here. As you can see, the little wall piece over here is damaged. That looks also looks quite amazing. And over here on the left, we got a little corridor over here with a mouse and some gold. And then on the right of the gate, we got some stairs leading into an imaginary wall on this side. But this has been intentionally left open, so you can actually look inside of Balin's tomb. But I think that this mock definitely looks great with all of the details on the gate, and actually also in addition to that, it's really great that the designer decided to use the original stickers from the set LEGO released back in the day. So I definitely think that this MOC really looks great, and that's where we're gonna leave the first episode of Middle-earth MOCs. So let me know what you think of this first episode of Middle-earth MOCs in the comment section down below, and be sure to comment your favorite MOC showcased in today's episode of Middle-earth MOCs. And if you did enjoy this video, of course, leave a thumbs up to support it. Go subscribe to Brickley if you are new to my channel, and of course ring that notification bell to stay updated when I post any LEGO The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit videos, and share this video with all of your friends, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Middle-earth MOCs.
It's in the air like a blazing flare.